It's the Sergio Show. And here's your host, Sergio Dominguez. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sergio Show, and this is season number 9. Now for this episode, I am going to talk about how important it is to learn about animation. You see, I love animation. You guys know that, of course. But if there's anything I love about animation that isn't just moving funny pictures on the screen, it's also learning about it. Yes, animation has this wonderful, lustrous history from the beginning to the future. And it is just beautiful to know about through books, documentaries, and animation. Its history is not just one linear thing, but it's actually separate different things. What do I mean about that? Well, if you look at the history of the studios, especially those studios in its early years when animation was starting out, you know that each different early era animation studio has their own special, not only history of course, but big footnote in the overall history of animation. Not only is it important to learn about the history of animation, but it's also very important, oddly enough, but to also learn about the animation process itself. How does it work? How does it work? Well, more importantly, how does it work? You know, as you can see, I have animation books. And like any good animation fan that has animation books, I just have it as desk decoration and learn nothing from it. As you can see, look at the nice, swift, and well-done animation movements that I clearly learned from an animation book. But all due seriousness, it is important to learn about animation if you love it. And you think, oh, learning, how boring, how dull. Well, the important thing about learning about animation is that you love it. Because if you learn what you love, then it isn't really learning. Because you love to learn about animation so much that learning is not that bad for you. I hope I said that as best as possible. You know what? I think I monologued about this long enough. Oh, no, wait, no? Let me improvise more about animation. One of the most interesting things about learning about animation is that there are such hardcore animation fans out there that they're willing to make their own special videos talking about certain parts of history of animation. They all have been very creative and very passionate because animation is so awesome to them that they're willing to make certain history videos of certain studios or people of the history of animation. And I just love and appreciate most of them. Most of them, they're all just so fun to watch, and I just want to let you know about them. Yeah. So, just goes to show, the history of animation is so beautiful to learn, and the history of it is so rich and vibrant that it makes learning about them so gosh darn fun. Anyway, that's all for this episode of the Sergio Show. I'm Sergio Dominguez, saying, have an animated day. Sergio Studios.